and welcome to September's update from the Teagasc Pig Research Facility. So just before we kick off this month's video, I just want to highlight that the Teagasc Pig Farmers Conference will be held on October 17th up in the Hotel Kilmore in Cavan, and on Wednesday the 18th in the Horse and Jockey. The kick-off time on both days is 1 p.m. and there will be a light lunch provided from 1 p.m. to attendees also. So just why I also want to mention the Pig Conference at the start of this video is for the first time we have two representatives from the research facility here, Kieran Keane and Aisling Holmes, who you will know well at this stage from the last number of update videos. They are actually presenting a paper this year on some findings from the facility, mainly from the farrowing room. Their paper is titled Feeding the Farrowing Room, so they're really focusing in on kind of creep intake pre-weaning, and we've looked at kind of volumes of creep intake there around our piglets. And also Kieran is doing a little bit on kind of the lactating sow diet, some of the economics around that, and the creep diets we use too. So I suppose I think farmers will find some of that information quite interesting, and as I said, it's the first time that we've had two of the technical staff from the research facility talking at the conference. So I will be there myself on the second day in the Horse and Jockey, so I look forward to getting to meet some farmers there face to face and having a talk about some of the things that's going on in the facility. So coming back to the unit itself, I'm going to steer clear of any kind of production data and just maybe give more of a general rundown on where we're going and some ideas we're kind of thinking about at the minute, and where we're hoping to go over the next number of months and into 2024. So sticking with the farrowing house, like I mentioned, we have our born alive, I suppose, has increased consistently over this year, as it has for the last number of years, but we're now at the point where we're kind of over 16 born alive, and we're not really reaping the benefits of that in our weaning numbers. Our weaning weights are quite good, they're about 8.5 kilos, and we're weaning 13.5 pigs consistently along, but our born alive isn't really having an impact on our weaning number. So I suppose some of the thoughts behind that then are really, we're looking at kind of different production systems around the farrowing house and how we might maximise it. Our numbers, certainly we're limited in the batch system, we know that, so our mortality and things like that is never going to be as good as it can be on a weekly farrowing system from the constraints imposed around the batch system. But I think as a unit, and looking where the industry might be going, especially around these increased born alive figures, we're definitely going to put a little bit more focus on thinking around, as I said, alternative systems. So maybe looking at free farrowing, but possibly beyond that, and looking down the line maybe towards commingling of litters in the farrowing house, maybe other alternative systems with production like farrowing in one location and transferring the sow and litter to alternative accommodation for the rest of the lactation, or even moving the crate away from the sow and keeping the sow and litter in situ for a prolonged period of time, and then removing the sow and keeping the piglets on the same accommodation. So as I said, that's all kind of tied into the farrowing house focus that we've got going on at the minute. As I said, going back to Kieran and Ashley's paper for the conference, and then what we're doing here in the facility as well. The other thing of note to mention is, in my last update video in May, I talked about we had the open day here at the time, and we featured our new low emissions finisher building. So just to comment on that, we have pigs in the building now. It's working quite well. We're very happy with progress so far. We're playing around with different stocking rates, and I suppose learning really the facility ourselves and how to work with the pigs in that. So yeah, it's exciting. It's lovely to see that project completed. It's lovely to see pigs in it. And I hope that will become a regular focus in the update videos over the next number of months into next year, when we start trial work there, to comment and give some updates on our facts and findings and how we're seeing that building progress. So that's just the quick summary of where things are at, and I look forward to seeing some of you at the conference.